technology is constantly evolving, challenging us to innovate, to continually develop, to improve the process, to push yourself. I wanted more. I wanted to enhance not only my skills as an engineer, but also as an entrepreneur, an intensive knowledge of the technical and the business to see the whole picture. Further my knowledge in economics, how to manage a team, what it takes to encourage investors, see the consequences, create the strategies, innovate great products for a competitive market.
Engineering management is an art and science of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling work activities to attain and achieve common goals and objectives. It principally deals with the efficient and effective use of 5 human resources, namely manpower, money, machine, materials, and time, as well as the proper, efficient, and effective utilization of these resources with minimal cost and short period of time. If the cost is more and the time is long, then it is not engineering management, but rather mismanagement. In engineering management, there are 5 basic management functions, which are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. However, today we're gonna be more focused about staffing.
Staffing is distinct managerial function. Staffing has been regarded by earlier theoreticians as part of the organizing function of management. Some of the reasons why staffing is a separate function of management are the actual tasks of manning or providing people to the organization using approaches and knowledge not usually included in the concept of organizing. Furthermore, managers neglect many times this area of responsibility because they think that this is primarily the job of a single unit such as the personnel department. However, it is argued that all managers have staffing responsibility and that the attention must be paid designing and evaluating positions for selecting, appraising, and developing key personnel. The term staffing or human resource management will be used to refer to the manager's job of ensuring that the company has the appropriate people to fulfill its goals and planned targets.
Staffing is divided into 3 major parts, namely planning, execution, and maintenance. These 3 can be clearly observed in organizations that have just been established. The first part is planning. So it is where the organizer or manager would first think or plan how to do staffing. Then, after planning, you have to implement the plan. So that's the second part, which is the execution. And throughout, the last part is the maintenance, where plan implementation periodically check on its effectiveness to find out how to improve the staffing effort planning. So, for the performance of the staffing function to be effective, it has to be aided by certain analytical studies and guided by a set of policies, procedures, regulations, and standards. The main product of this stage are human resource policies and program plans. As the initial activity of staffing, which is the planning, which involves human resource forecasting, job analysis, and policies and programs for formulation and execution. So we have to remember that the plan can only be useful if it is carried out in the actual operation of the company.
The implementation or administration of all policies and programs directly related to the acquisition and development personnel will be the focus of execution, including in this group are recruitment, selection, placement, training, and development maintenance. This is the phase that involves activities that serve mechanisms that will help sustain overall staffing efforts by providing the manager with a continuous supply of information gathered from the execution of activities. Hence, research monitoring which gathers data from programs and evaluation which analyze the effects of these programs are the basic components of maintenance. Also included are human resources accounting, performance appraisal system, and program evaluation.
Relating the parts. How will planning, execution, and maintenance relate to each other in the context of staffing?
As shown in Figure A, planning provides guidelines in the execution or administration of staffing policies and programs. Execution activities generate information that will be collected and analyzed in maintenance, which will in turn process or put all information and recommendations in the form useful in planning. The continuous arrow from A to B represents a direct relationship between the two in terms of the flow of guidelines. The arrows drawn in broken lines indicate supportive or indirect relationship between parts B and C and between C and A, and the direction of flow of information and recommendations, management information, and those informations which are needed by the management in making decisions. To categorize for planning, first, human resource forecasting, job analysis, policies, and program formulation. For execution, first is recruitment, selection, placement, training, and development. And for maintenance or evaluation, first is human resource accounting, performance appraisal, human resource information, and program evaluation.
Like all management functions, staffing requires planning, execution, and maintenance or evaluation. Planning involves forecasting of the needed human resources or people over a period of time, say 1 to 5 years. It also means an analysis must be done on the job to be done or task required. This way, the description can be matched against suitable applicant. It is also the basis for formulating policies and program for staffing. The next step is execution or implementation. This involves various steps such as recruitment, selection, placement, training, and post-training development, say for career building or getting a higher degree like MBA. Finally, there is evaluation or maintenance activity. In this activity, an accounting or evaluation is made of the human resources or people hired. This involves performance appraisal, information, and evaluation of the program. All of these information in turn are feedback to planning so that planning can be improved in forecasting, job analysis, and policies. The cycle then repeats itself.
Let us discuss the planning process. There are 3 planning processes. The first planning process is human resource forecasting. It is an exercise of projecting or anticipating what changes and needs in the organization will crop up in the future in terms of human resources. The second planning process is job analysis. It is a study of what is required to do a job efficiently, effectively, and satisfactorily. It determines what major work, connected behaviors and traits, responsibility, capability, experiences, and skills needed to perform a job. Job description tells what the job entails like, how the position relates to other positions, and the responsibilities and specific duties to be fulfilled. Job specification is the listing of the qualifications required of the person holding the job. The third planning process is policies and program formulation. Policies and programs formulation are done in connection with requirement, selection, placement, training, and development.
Recruitment is the hiring of people to do a particular job in the organization. Selection is choosing an individual or persons to be hired among those who are recruited. Placement is the actual assigning of people to a particular positions in the organization. Training are seminars conducted to improve the techniques and skills of people in the organizations, while development is the improvement of working capability of persons in the organization.
The process of performance evaluation. First, formulating and updating of job descriptions. Second, setting up of policies as to when to conduct evaluation and how often. Third, specification of procedures. Fourth, specification of criteria for consideration. Fifth, determination of who will be rated and by whom. Sixth, gathering of basis information about the rates. Seventh, appraisal proper, including discussion of results with evaluated employees. And lastly, taking appropriate actions such as giving promotions to deserving evaluatee, salary increase, dismissing non-deserving evaluators, transfer, and training.
Techniques in appraising performance. First, rating scale. In here, the individual is measured against the given criteria. 1 as poor performance, 2 as below average, 3 as average, 4 as very good or excellent. The second one is ranking. Employees are compared with each other and ranked according to the best performer to the worst one. The third one is written review. The fourth one is performance standards. And most lastly, management by objectives. That's all. Thank you.